Hi, this is Rob at GeForce Traders. I had a number of requests today, people asking me if I would get a little bit more in detail about the cycle trends that we've released as a complimentary addition to the service. So I'm going to use my TradeStation here because it's just a little easier to scroll back and forth. But let me go over the whole day today. I have this in Pacific time. So for Eastern time, you'll add 3 hours. But we started today with the trend going down. I often in the morning, I'll like to wait a little bit to get a feel for what's going on. This morning we were definitely range trading, testing highs and lows in Globex. But it looks to me like if you were to take the rule that I have of just trading with the trend, we'll focus on those. Now, many of you will find other ways to use this, so this is by no means an absolute method. So we came up and we tested this high area up in here, right about here, and we did have a lower high in the exhaustion and in the cycle, so that would have been a short trade. I usually, if I can't get in these within a point or so of that top, then I just plain won't do it. And I will set my stop just right in here very, very tight. I'll usually try and risk less than a point on these. And if I can't get that fill, I won't do it. So then we did come down. We went to exhaustion, and I'm inclined to take profit in that area. And then the market did come back up. Because the trend was shifting. I don't see any other divergent activity here. Just scrolling forward, we still have a down market, and we get a bearish divergence right up in here. So that was the second trade of the day to the short side, and that also did go to exhaustion. If you'd used my rule of getting in less than a point from the top, would have kept your risk very tight. And it looks like you could have picked up a few handles on that. The market's continuing down. I'm not seeing any double top kind of activity going on here, so I know that I don't have any there. We did get a bullish divergence here, but we had not shifted yet in our trend, so that wouldn't have been a trade. We do have a bearish divergence going on here, so you potentially could have had a short up in here somewhere at about this exhaustion point. That looks like it might be good for a couple points. It did go to exhaustion here, which would be a good profit taking point. By this point, we had shifted into a long mode. That's a little harder to see than what I provide for you on the website. I've made Vadim program that so it's a lot easier to read than this, but we had shifted to a long here, and we got a good trend going there. I don't really see any divergences setting up there. You do notice you come down here, you come back up a little bit, and then come back down, so there's a chance that we might have one there, and indeed we do get a divergent activity right over in here. Around the 761 area. There would have been plenty of opportunity to get in on that. And it goes to exhaustion right up in here, good for about 4 points or more. Again, we're looking for short or long trades now because the blue is above the red. I'm not seeing anything here. We did have a good pullback here. We came down. Now you'll notice that we did get a bullish divergence here, so you could have gotten faked out on a trade right here, and you would have been taken out. I would presume that your stop would be right down in here, so you lost on that. And like I said, if you kept the rule of keeping it less than a point, you should still be in a nice profit for the day. Then we get another setup right in here. It's possible that you could have gotten taken out here if you'd gotten in a little bit early, and then if you'd caught the second one that one could have become profitable for you. We never did actually get up in here, so I won't claim a winner there. Could have been more like a scratch trade if you had waited and have it come all the way down over into here. It's absolutely paramount when you're doing this that you keep your losers really, really small because it's important to have the ratio, okay? Now, we did have a double bottom in here. We came down, came back down, tested it. We had a divergence right here in both the exhaustion and the cycle. So that was a nice long trade there. And let's see. It's possible. No, this did not get a divergence because this came back down through here. And we did get a lower one here, but you have a lower corresponding here. You came down and did a double bottom in here. There's a potential setup here. Now, this is where you get from art and science, okay? You still have an uptrend here, but this didn't actually come down and take this out. So that one would have been a judgment call. And that looks like about all the setups I see for the day. So, and I see this is pretty typical day. You've got about 3, 4, 5 opportunities that you could have picked up from 2.5 to 5 handles, depending on how much range you happen to get between the extremes in these oscillators. It's a very simple form of trading. It's very relaxed because you're out of the market most of the time. And but that kind of covers how we did on this today in the way that I've recommended it. I certainly urge you to use these in other ways. Anyways, that about sums up the action on today on the cycle trends. Thank you very much for joining me.